Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to English Edutainment. I hope you'll be doing well, feeling well, enjoying well. This is me, Yasin Khan, and today we are going to talk about criticism. Specifically, we will talk about literary criticism, then functions of criticism, and then who can be a critic. So let's begin. First of all, we are going to define criticism generally. So, criticism is the art of studying, evaluating, and interpreting something. It's not only associated with literary criticism, rather, it's an umbrella term which covers all the aspects of life. It can be political criticism, it can be social criticism, it can be economic criticism, it can be literary criticism, etc. So, the first definition of criticism is that it is the art of studying, evaluating and interpreting something. सही है? क्रिटिसिज्म या तनकीद का मतलब ये है जिसमें हम किसी चीज़ को स्टडी करते हैं, किसी चीज़ को पढ़ते हैं, फिर उसकी तशख़ीस करते हैं या इसको एवेलिएट करते हैं और फाइनली उसको इंटरप्रेट करते हैं या उसकी तशरीह देते हैं. इसे तनकीद या क्रिटिसिज्म कहते हैं. The second definition of criticism is the process of judging something for the sake of exposing either its merits or demerits. Okay, so criticism is not only associated with pointing out the negative points of something, rather, criticism is also constructive and it can also expose the positive points or the merits or the advantages of something. Similarly, it is the demonstration of either positive or negative points of something. So, this was the broader definition of criticism. Now, let's move toward literary criticism. So, literary criticism is the art of studying, evaluating, or interpreting a literary work, such as novels, poems, dramas, short stories, etc. So, literary criticism का मतलब ये है जिसमें हम किसी literary work को, जैसे कि ड्रामा हो गया, जैसे कि नावल हो गया, जैसे कि poems हो गए, इनको जब हम स्टडी करते हैं, फिर इनको एवेलिएट करते हैं और फिर उनकी इंटरप्रिटेशन करते हैं, इसे हम लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म कहते हैं या तनकीद कहते हैं. Criticism is not only associated with pointing out the drawbacks of literary work, rather it is also the process of appreciation and can be constructive as well. क्रिटिसिज्म का मतलब ये हरगिज़ नहीं कि इसे सिर्फ नेगेटिव चीज़ों को पॉइंट आउट करने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, बल्कि इसका जो रोल है या इसकी जो इम्पोर्टेंस है वो ये भी है कि क्रिटिसिज्म बाज़ औक़ात कंस्ट्रक्टिव भी होती है. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, इफ़ अ राइटर गेट्स टू नो अबाउट द ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ हिज और हर राइटिंग्स, ही शी विल ऑब्वियसली ट्राई टू स्लैश देम अवे इन फ्यूचर. सही है? मतलब अगर किसी राइटर को पता चले कि उसके राइटिंग में क्या गलतियां हैं, क्या खामियां हैं, क्या मिस्टेक्स हैं, तो वो इन फ्यूचर ये कोशिश करेंगे कि वो अपने उन खामियों को ओवरकम करें या उनको ख़त्म करें. सही है? सो लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म कैन बी कंस्ट्रक्टिव एज वेल. Now let's talk about the functions of literary criticism. Broadly, there are four functions of literary criticism. The first one is to solve problems in reading. The second one is to choose the better of two conflicting ideas. And the third one is to enable us to form judgment about something. The fourth one is to understand the deeper meaning of a literary work. For instance, Milton's Paradise Lost is not only a story about divine powers, rather, there is a historical and political context behind it, and the life of Milton is completely associated with it. In Paradise Lost, Milton gives all the heroic qualities to Satan because through the character of Satan, he represents his own struggle against the Catholics, or the struggle of the Puritans against the Catholics, or the struggle of Milton against Charles II, who has been represented through the character of God. So that's the reason that there is a debate in literature that why Milton has represented Satan as the hero of Paradise Lost, or why he has given all the heroic qualities to Satan, because there is a political and a historical background behind it. And we will study all the approaches of literary criticism, all the theories of literary criticism in future. But now, for the sake of understanding that how literary criticism helps us in understanding the deeper meaning of our work, we have given the example of Paradise Lost, which is not only the story of divine powers, rather there is a lengthy political and historical context behind it. Now, who can be a critic or who is a critic? A critic is a person who studies, who interprets, and who judges something. For example, literary critic, political critic, social critic, etc. It is essential for a critic to be learned, experienced, and skilled extensively in his or her particular domain or field of study. Because everyone cannot criticize something, or maybe if they did so, their criticism will not be valued, they will not be given importance. But rather, if a person who belongs to that particular field or who belongs to that particular domain criticizes something, then of course his criticism will be given value, it will be given importance. So it is essential for a critic to be experienced, to be adept, and to be skilled in his or her particular domain. So a critic should be unbiased and impartial in criticism, but it's very rare because most of the critics do associate personal and cultural biasness with their criticism. So it is actually one of the drawbacks of literary criticism that mostly it is associated with cultural, personal, and ethnic prejudice. Rather, it should be universal and it should be for the sake of construction, or it should be constructive in its nature. Now, to sum up the whole discussion, first we defined criticism, then we defined literary criticism, then we mentioned four functions of criticism, and then we mentioned the qualities of a critic, that who can be a critic. So it was all for today. I hope you would have enjoyed. If yes, your like, your share, and your subscribes matter a lot. Thank you.